Hey everyone, going to explain myself real quick as to why there won't be a single second of airsoft footage in any form throughout this entire video. Simply put, I think that I have something I really need to say and that it could be a little bit important, and I want to minimize any suppression from YouTube. The YouTube monetization system has AI that can detect anything bang stick shaped, so I'm gonna play it safe while I go off about something that a lot of people couldn't care less about, and that's Instagram. Instagram has always been one of those social media platforms that I've liked, which is kind of funny because it's the place I've had the most amount of trouble just existing on. I get the most fan interaction away from YouTube on Instagram. I've met some amazing content creators that I've looked up to and watched content from for years away from YouTube because of Instagram, and I've made a lot of money conducting business through Instagram. But somewhere between growing by the hundreds of followers a month to getting suspended like 7 or 13 times over the span of 2 months, and basically having a dead account that no one can even find, I guess you can say I'm a little jaded. But luckily in a it's not just me making stuff up kind of way. I'm not the only airsofter dealing with this. If I wanted to make this real short, you cannot grow naturally anymore on Instagram. You don't show up through hashtags. Hell, the Airsoft hashtag doesn't even work despite it being used over 7.7 million times, nor do the Reels work. The Reels section shows nothing if you type in Airsoft. For those who have followed any Airsoft account conducted by a very well-known YouTuber or business, don't you think it's a little bit fishy that we grew so quickly once we launched our accounts, then suddenly we just plateaued? I used to grow really quickly. So quickly that I was throwing giveaway events nearly every month to celebrate some new follower count milestone. Now, we only bleed followers unless we push our account at every potential moment, sometimes to the point of being called out in the comments for being annoying. Now, I'm not going to start naming specific YouTubers that I've talked to about this because I want them to tell their story if they want to. But channels that get way more views than me, have way more subscribers than me, and even bigger follower counts on Instagram are still bleeding followers and are damn near impossible to find in the search bar unless you type in every single letter of their name. Personally, when it comes to me, I get asked what my Instagram account is at just about every event I go to, or whenever someone sees me with a camera, they just kind of want to know what I'm filming for. And whenever they try to look me up on Instagram, I kind of play a game with them of, can you even find me? Because it's downright hilarious whenever they're trying to type in my name and they have to type in every single letter. I hate to use the word shadow banned, as everyone who's ever had a bad week on whatever platform throws that term around. But when you can't find your favorite creators through the search bar, the hashtag of Airsoft doesn't show anything more than this, all of our numbers have slowed down to the point of not even being able to notice that we even go up, and things like analytics and achievements are completely broken or just crash the app on mobile, it gets really conspiracy theory-like. I might still try to get verified through Meta like I tried last year, but last time I gave up when the app would just crash every time without fail as I filled out the information to begin the verification process. I know it sounds really dumb to give money to the platform that is already handicapping my growth to the point of complete irrelevance, but I might as well try it for a month or two just to see if anything noteworthy happens. Actually, could you imagine if I started growing dramatically whenever I get Meta verified? Yeah, we'll treat you fairly again.
After you pay us.
But why should you, someone who doesn't care to make any boomstick content in the first place, care? Honestly, I can't fault you for not caring at all. If you already don't like Instagram to the point that you're never going to download it in the first place, then your life is probably a lot more calming than mine. I guess it would be really annoying if you can't find the people that you actually follow and you're never getting recommended any of the stuff that you care about. But for anyone just trying to share the gear that they took to the range or to the field, or actually start up as a boomstick content creator, regardless if those sticks are replicas or not, you're probably not going to get too far, because Instagram will slap you with one of these bad boys, just like how they have for everyone else. Hey, guess what? Your account can't be shown to non-followers. What this means, your account and content won't appear in places like Explore, Search, Suggested Users, Reels, and Feed recommendations. What they really mean is, your account is ineligible for discovery. No one will be able to find you. You probably should abandon this account or do something else. With all these things implemented to impede your growth, no matter how good the content actually is, how else are you supposed to grow besides, hey everyone, please follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description, and you'll need to use that link because unless you type my entire name in the search bar with 0 mistakes or missed letters, you won't find my account. You instead might find some people impersonating me who will ask you for your credit card information. But that isn't me. This is my account. Also, those scam accounts are not breaking the rules according to Instagram. They're probably actually cool with people scamming my audience, since they're dangerous boomstick lovers anyway. Unless I push my account in every one of my videos from now on, I don't expect to grow anymore, and that doesn't just go for me. Just try it out for yourself. Try to look up any real or replica boomstick YouTuber or company. Tell me how many that you can find without having to dig for them on an account that you don't already follow them with, of course. I'm not trying to give Instagram any ideas, but what's really stopping them from saying, you know what? Fuck them, and just deleting all of us? We already can't grow, so, I mean, why not? Again, I don't want to speak for everyone. I'm just going off of what my account faces and what I can find by just messing around with the search bar, from what I can see through my analytics and what I've heard from other influencers that I chat with. Oh, you should just make some better content. Look, it's not about that, because if it was, then so many other creators would be a lot bigger than I am on Instagram. Even reel spamming, which used to be the meta on Meta, doesn't really work anymore. I mean, how could it if reels tagged with Airsoft don't pop up in the search and can't be recommended? They can only grow by it being shared by individuals. I even had some of my reels pop off and get thousands of views. I even shared a reel that reached 234,000 non-followers, and I gained 90 followers through that. That is bullshit. That's not how numbers work anywhere else. And I've shown this to Brandon Buckingham whenever I had the chance, and he was damn near laughing at how ridiculous that is. Also, big shout out to Brandon Buckingham. He's an absolute treat to talk to. But on the other hand, it's really easy to get pushed booty and Tiggo biddies, OnlyFans content, some really graphic accidents, and really suggestive stuff pertaining to children. No platform is perfect, and I'm not suggesting that's the case at all. I mean, just look at how many scams go completely uncontested across YouTube. To the point that they're actually taking the scammers' money so they can place their scams as advertisements. But it's the blatant, unwelcoming behavior Instagram punches us with. Even if I could talk to a real representative with the power to do something about all of this, I doubt they'd be willing to understand any of our complaints. I mean, you gotta make sure those multi-billion-dollar companies don't get scared off by people safely enjoying themselves. Even looking up paintball yields nothing in the Reels department. But street takeovers are left completely alone. I can watch right now someone at a street takeover being lit on fire with gasoline. I can watch people getting hit by cars, then pull real boomsticks and start firing randomly into the crowds. And I can watch people crash stolen cars, then watch them get jumped by the crowd. But f*** Airsoft and paintball. I expect the comments to be flooded with people saying, just join Rumble. Or, there should be a social media platform for just boomstick people. Sure, that's all fine and dandy, but then we're kind of locked into our own circle jerk. What was awesome about making content on Instagram, just like YouTube, was that you were submitting content to a platform where everyone else posts and scrolls. We could attract people from all walks of life to check out our stuff, or maybe turn them into fans or enthusiasts. And be real with me, Rumble will never have that. But I also have to be honest. That reason that I just mentioned is probably the reason we're being treated like this. They do not want us to grow. They don't want us to attract anyone else to these dangerous hobbies. And if you want to throw politics into the mix, then I can't fault you for that. Going further into being honest here, we cannot win. We don't have a say in the matter unless you're treated differently because you as an individual are associated with an Instagram agent of some sort. And if they want to delete an account, they can do it whenever they want to. The restrictions, shadow bans, and barriers to discoverability are all working as intended. They're just being as blunt as they can be. They literally told us by throwing this in our faces. So that's why I don't have a course of action to fix this. I mean, what the hell can I say here? Let's all band together and stop using Instagram. Bad news. All the airsofters and boomstick people are refusing to use Instagram unless we treat them fairly.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
Do you really think they care? Unless their stock value somehow plummeted and remained that way, I mean, that's the only way they would ever care. I would really appreciate you guys if you would comment your ideas or stuff that you have in mind when it comes to this topic, or just try to ease my mind in the comments, because honestly, the idea of quitting airsoft content creation altogether sounds a little better with each passing year. I'll gladly make automotive content and play it as safe as possible, so I'll never be targeted again, because this kind of shit just stresses me out to no end. Also, if anybody wants to rip this video apart, I really don't care who it is. I will totally hear you out. I don't even mind if you make a reaction video to this. Go for it. I want to be wrong about all of this, or I want some more evidence as to what's really going on. This whole video was done out of pure frustration that's been building for years. So excuse me if I'm not the most rational or coordinated or precise with my statements. This is not a freaking TED Talk, nor am I trying to claim that I know everything. I'm just butthurt. Pretty much, I'm just very butthurt, along with the vast majority of airsofters and boomstick fans on Instagram. But as long as I'm serious about YouTube, I have to be serious about Instagram, it seems. I'm sorry for scaring a lot of potential content creators or users that just want to share photos or videos of their favorite hobbies on Instagram. I just thought that I should speak up, so maybe we can try to fix things. Or maybe someone from Instagram will see this and finally ban my account. I would at least hope that I get banned for something really funny that has nothing to even do with me. Like, ban me for selling drugs or something. But that's all I have to say. Again, feel free to comment or even make your own video about this if you have anything to say. And maybe if you can find me, then follow my account. But until that next video drops from the city of San Antonio, Texas, this has been Scott Hollenbeck, and I'll be sure to see you all next time.
It's a Camaro next to 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 a Camaro. I dated a girl named Camaro. Next to a Camaro 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 with skulls next to a Camaro next to a Camaro next to a Camaro next to an older Camaro. Got a Fiero next to a Mustang next to a Mustang next to a Mustang next to a Camaro next to a Mark IV. Really nice color on it with gold badges. What is this color? I'm colorblind, so I can't quite tell what I'm looking at, but I like it a lot. Gold badges. I wonder if that's stock? Gold badges on a Mark IV Supra. Is this a stock thing, or am I missing something?